Within HypeGo, we differentiate 3 different user groups. On the one end, we have innovators. They are allowed to contribute ideas to the campaigns they are invited to. They can discuss and vote upon existing ideas. The second user group are campaign managers. They are able to create new campaigns, and they can also facilitate the evaluation by picking people who can evaluate the ideas which are coming in and by choosing the evaluation criteria. Last but not least, we do have the platform administrator. This user group is allowed to determine the logo and the layout of the system. They can determine the terms and conditions and are in charge of the user administration. Depending on the user group, different menu items are visible to the users. And I would like to walk you through the different options. Logged in as an innovator, I have 6 different menu options. First is the home menu, where I can see all the active campaigns and the activity stream. Then there is the campaigns menu, the community, a help section, and a search possibility. In the end, I have also my personal settings which I can change. Let us take a look at the campaigns. Within this menu, we do see all campaigns in the system, and we can also see a list of statuses. Right now we do have 2 campaigns in idea submission and 1 in review. There's none already closed. Within the community, I can see all users in the system. And I can also explore their ideas, their comments, and since when they were a member in the community. For example, I could take a look at Gerd Specht's profile, where I can see his job title, his skills, and all the ideas he submitted and comments he gave. The help section differentiates depending on who I am. Here, as an innovator, I get an introduction about the process. What are idea campaigns? What are ideas? How does the evaluation work? And what are the things I can do? Besides the introduction, there is also a support segment where, in case it is appearing, I can contribute a bug, or I can get some more information about frequently asked questions and how everything is working. Last but not least, there is the search page, where I can go through all the ideas in the system by a full text search. For example, I could search for car and then just get a list of ideas related to my search word. On the right hand side, I see that I logged in as Anne, and I could explore all my ideas if I wanted to. Here I can then see what other people can see if they are watching my profile, what are my ideas, what are my comments. Within the settings area, I can change my password, add my job title and some skills. I could also change my profile picture if I want to, or pick the preferred language of the platform. The menu items change slightly if I'm in a different user group. Let me log in as a campaign manager. This is Max, and he does see exactly the same menu, but he has another segment underneath the help menu, which is explaining the different stages of setting up a campaign and what to do in the stages. Furthermore, within the campaign segment, he has this button where he is able to create a new campaign. And last but not least, when I'm logged in as a platform administrator, I have 2 additional options: reports and the admin section. Let me walk you through the admin section. It's subdivided in general settings, user management, legal and data, and payment. Within general settings, you can determine the name of your instance, and the name of your URL. In addition, you can upload a logo, which is displayed on the left-hand side of your page, and you can select what are the languages people can pick in their setting. You can determine whether it's German, English or Arabic, and there will be more languages in future. The default language is the one which is picked for users when they log in first. In the end of the page, you have the possibility to customize the login page with a banner and a welcome message. In the next area, you can decide whether you want to use the platform as an open innovation environment or for a closed community. Open innovation will allow people to self-register. A closed platform just allows people which were invited or people with a certain email domain to log in. And you can pick the domain you want in this little box. For example, you could type in hypeinnovation.com. In the next area, people can be invited via an email. The email text can be determined by the platform admin, and on the upper segment, email addresses can be typed in, separated by a comma. If people didn't really log in, they are going to list it in the invitations segment. Right now there's no pending invitation, but if there would be one, you would be able to send in a reminder, and you could also see when the invitation was sent. Later you see an admin segment where you can determine who besides yourself is a platform admin and who is going to be a campaign manager. You can also pick that everybody who's logging in is going to be a campaign manager and is enabled to run campaigns. In the end, you see all the active users. These are those users who logged in at least once. And you can also sort this list by latest access, and in case somebody is not active anymore and logged in a couple of weeks, months, years ago, you can deactivate the account if you like. Within the next segment, you can upload terms and conditions and determine the imprint. The imprint is shown underneath and is always available for everybody. The same is, by the way, with the contact details, which is listing contacts of all platform admins. In case you want to reuse data in the system, you can export them by pressing this button. Then a zip file is going to be opened, which has two lists. On the one hand, a list of all campaigns. On the other hand, a list of all ideas. The other folders contain attachments and pictures of ideas and campaigns. Here an example of the list of all ideas. In the end, there's the payment section where you have an overview since when you are subscribing HypeGo, how many users are in the system, and what will be the next payment date. Reports are subdivided in different areas. You can see participation reports, reports about the processing of ideas and campaigns. You can get campaign statistics and a more detailed idea overview. Let's take a look in the reports step by step. This area shows you the total number of ideas, total number of comments and likes over a period of time. Furthermore, it shows you the activity of users. Another report is participation per month. Here there is no accumulated number, but rather information on a month per month basis. You can see how many ideas were submitted per month, how many likes, comments, and evaluations there were per month. Furthermore, you can see how many users logged in per month. Last but not least, there's the Community Pulse report. That shows on a weekly basis how many page views there were, how many visitors, how many votes, comments, submitted ideas, and even hours in the system. Again, this report is just available for the platform admin, so it can also be treated confidential. Another segment is processing reports. We can see in two different lines processing of campaigns and processing of ideas. In the first area we can see how many campaigns are in idea submission, review or closed. On the right hand side we can also see how many time was spent for the seeding phase, for the idea submission phase and the review. Underneath we have the same settings just within ideas. We can see how many ideas there are in the system, how many of them are in community discussion, how many of them are in review, how many are selected or archived, and how much time does it take through discussion or the review phase. This list shows us the contribution per week, how many ideas were submitted, and how many per invitee. Within the idea overview, I have a list that can be sorted, for example, by campaign, by status, by views, likes, comments, or date of submission. Thank you for watching this video about the menu structure. One possible next video could be an overview over the campaign and about idea submission. In case you want to find out more about Hype, please visit our webpage. Thank you and bye-bye.